Hello, in this video I'm going to be showing you how to use the feature Copy Existing Test. The two most common times that you might use this feature are if you are using an assessment from a previous year and you want to administer it again as is, or even making changes to your current students. Remember, never just reopen an assessment from a previous year extending the end date, because that will mix up data from previous students with our current students. The second most common reason that you might use Copy Existing Test is if you're using a current assessment or even a previous assessment as a starting off point that you're making a copy of and making some changes. So maybe you start with a pretest and you're going to copy it to make some changes, or even just re-administer it as a post-test. Or maybe you are making an assessment for your 6th grade math regular students and you want to use those same kinds of questions but add some more for your 6th grade honors students, so that you would copy that 6th grade regular test and then add on some more tweaks for your students in your other course. To copy an existing test, there are two main ways that you can do that. The first is when you're first logging into Aware and you're on this overview page. Right here in your assessment section, you have the new assessment button. You can click that and click Copy Existing Assessment. However, if you're not on the overview page, you can click this caret to expand your menu if it's not already expanded. And then within your assessment section, you can click Author, because we're creating an assessment, and then you have your plus sign for the new assessment. And you would also have the same options and click Copy Existing Assessment. At this point, you need to know which test type the assessment fell under. So if I drill down, if it was a campus team assessment, or maybe I created NCFAs, you drill down to the type of assessment. What year was that assessment created and administered? The grade level of the subject, and then find your assessment name and click the Copy button. At this point, I would highly recommend, especially if you're copying an assessment from a previous year, that you make sure that you adjust the names to fit our district naming conventions. If you're already following our district naming conventions, just make sure that you change the time of year. If you need to make any other changes, you can do that, but you can always change these later. As always, whenever we are creating a new assessment, if you want to make sure that you share that test to a team, you need to make sure that your option under test type is coming up as teacher test. If you do not do that, then you will not be able to share that test to the team for all viewers to see. Even if you want to put it in CFAs or campus interview units later, again, just always start with teacher test if you're wanting everybody on a team to be able to see that assessment. Then click the Generate Test button. Then you're ready to edit your assessment.